Hello YouTube, Mark here. Time to take the siding. It's Saturday. Hi guys, thanks for checking in this Saturday. A little different concept this time. Cameras, model trains. What in the world can they have in common? Well, one thing basically, and that I've noticed in a lot of camera videos, there's a feeling out there in some of these videos that do it this way or you're not doing it right. There's a real tribalism in cameras because you've got different brands and different formats of cameras. I think the best piece of advice I heard over the last couple of months was from a professional photographer who of course stated that his clients, that if they pay him for shots in nature, wedding photography or wedding video work, recordings, no one really cares what kind of camera he's using. As long as the photos speak to the person and it's recorded properly and the lighting is good and the sound is good, that's what people are looking for in that line of work. And all the chit chat about what's better or what's worse, it's really just personal opinion. None of it's going to make you a better photographer. And as you can see here, I've been doing this for 6, 7, 8 months now, and I have hardly scratched the surface on how to run the camera properly, which is almost a hobby in itself. And of course, better lighting. I've yet to get better, really a professional lighting look to it. It's fine for YouTube, and we're just recording in HD. The bottom line is with our model railroading, I always look at the final result. How does it look at the end? I'm interested in the technique leading up to it, very much so. But the bottom line is not unlike this guy's camera analogy. What is the finished product? How does it look? And how does it make you feel looking at it? Is it realistic? Is it toy-like? Is it whatever? So I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way of any of this kind of stuff. And I found that some of my favorite videos have been either the old ways of doing things or ways that they might do something in Europe. I was watching a video of a guy building a kind of a waterfront, if you will, out of white glue and toilet paper, which I found just absolutely fascinating how he did this. Likewise, I've shown a technique using like shower door glass or shower door plexiglass, plastic, acrylic. Another technique that seems to work out fine and is very easy to mimic for certain types of water on a layout. It's actually a pretty easy method using acrylic shower door glass, as I mentioned. The first step isn't really the shower door glass, it's a base. Now I used as I used in other spots on the layout, a black board. It's called Sintra. It's kind of got a plastic outside and a very hard type of a shell. Almost, it's not foam, it's harder than foam. Honestly, you could use anything underneath this shower door plastic that you'd like to, as long as it doesn't have a big grain pattern on. I kind of like this because it doesn't. There's an old dirty piece here, but it doesn't have really any pattern on it. It's kind of like a black styrene on the outside. So anything you can start with that is fantastic. And that basically used on the base of the entire riverbed here. Now it's kind of hard to see here on this example, but and it's entirely the wrong color as well. Get a good spraying can of a rattle can, or use an airbrush. depending on the size you're looking at. It took me about 3 or 4 different tips to find one that sprayed fine enough. This will just show you the idea with this bright green color here. You're basically spraying one side of the shower door acrylic, and then the other side, of course, remains glossy and the plastic smooth, if you will. You get, of course, the pattern in there. And now by adding a color on the back side of this shower door glass, you're adding depth when you add on the piece of Sintra board underneath, as we'll see. You get a nice reflection on the water from here, the seawall. And of course the boats and that I still have to build. But it does add a little depth if you just misted very lightly with I use a camouflage green for this. I think a little bit of brown would have also added sort of a rusty color. Basically, it's good for rivers and good for deep water. I don't know how you'd have to do a little more prep work, obviously, if you're going to go with a typical stream type river. Not impossible to do, just follow the typical method. Maybe a sandy beach, if you will, close to the shore, and then build the depth out that way. Here, of course, it's deep all the way down. It's a dredged river for shipping of, big lake boats, if you will. So we'll be back on Wednesday with a layout update for October. The sanding tower, of course, is part of that. Having an operating session at the end of the month. So getting ready for that will be part of the video. And of course, some of the highlights of things that I've done over the summer that have kind of flown under the radar. So normal video, of course, on Wednesday, every Wednesday. And we hope to see you then. But thanks for checking out what's happening on my little siding here on Saturday. And we'll see you then. Now, if you would be so kind to subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in today, and we'll see you down the rails.